Hello, everyone. This is the first episode of Waiting Room Podcast. I'm Kyle Waite. For those of you who don't know me, most of you should, as just starting out. Today, I just want to shoot out the first one, get it done and over with. It's in the title. I just want to set expectations. One of those things that I deeply believe in. You know, you talk to people and realistically, set expectations with them. You set expectations, you know what you're going to get. If those people have an issue with those expectations, it is my belief that you're not the problem anymore. That maybe they're not the problem either, but you set the expectations for people. You know what you want. You know what you want from people, and I find that that's an okay way to bring it to people. And that's all I'm going to do here today. I want to cover a little bit of sports, a little bit of stuff that's bothering me with sports. Not that it's going to stop me from watching, because it doesn't stop millions of people from watching. But again, I wanted to set expectations for anybody that views now, views later. The first one, I'm open to new information. I don't know what I don't know. I'm always open to saying, hey, this is how I feel on it. This is what I know. This is what I'm experiencing. But I will also acknowledge there's a lot I don't know. 32 years old. I shouldn't know everything. I'd love to. I'd love to know everything, but I don't. If you bring me new information, please. I don't. It's not that I don't want to argue, but friends, family, new viewers. I want you all to be able to come to me and say, hey, look, this is why you're wrong, or this is why I believe you're wrong. It's okay. I'm okay being wrong. That's my next kind of part is I'm okay being wrong. I'm okay saying something to you from what I know to be factually true and being wrong. I don't have the world's biggest issue with it. I don't love being right. I think everybody loves being right. But realistically, I don't mind being wrong. I want to do as much research as I can to look and see, hey, this is what I thought. This is why I thought that. And if somebody says, hey, Kyle, look at this information, I casually need to, I feel that inner need to find out why I'm wrong. A lot of times, I am. A lot of times. But that's the thing. So I'm open to new information. I'm open to being wrong, because that's the only way we learn. The next part, going back to that, I don't know everything, but what I do try to know well. Between some of the jobs I have, between just some of the life experiences I have, I've experienced a lot in my life. So what I want to say is, hey, we can try to have a challenge of wits, but at the end of the day, what I really want to do is give you guys information, give you guys some insight. I want to have people on and tell stories. It might be for me, it might be for you, it might be for them. But also, I love talking to people. I want to see what people have to bring to the show, as well as what I can bring to them. Now we've gotten all of that out of the way. Again, just short little things I want to cover. We have a new triple-double king in the NBA, Russell Westbrook. I know that some people don't like it, being that I grew up in an era where we played low and slow, and people got to clothesline each other in the NBA. Realistically, people really feel like it's a snub to past players. And what I'll say to those past people that feel that way, look, records are meant to be broken. That's how I feel about it. Records are meant to be broken. I hope I live to the day where somebody can successfully break the home run record and not have that steroid run behind it. Mind you, I was a child and watched Barry Bonds hit all those home runs. Didn't have any less fun knowing that he hit all those home runs on steroids. But again, I know it kind of thumbs the nose of some people. What I'll say is, hey, look, he set the record now. Somebody else is going to set a new record. It's all fun. It's all for entertainment. If you're not watching sports for entertainment, I don't know why you're watching. I love being entertained. I'm sure most of you love being entertained. But yeah, we're winding down towards the end of the season. The most interesting storyline is the NBA playoff play-in games. only because it became more interesting once the Lakers started losing games. I am an avid, active, diehard. It's the first team I ever watched live. Sacramento Kings fan. So I love this. I love all of this. I watch, Laker games at this point just in hopes they lose, because watching my Sacramento Kings is really, really hard. So what I'll say is, I'm looking forward to these last 3 games. Tonight, the Lakers face off against the Rockets. However, no LeBron, no AD. I'm hoping they lose. I'm hoping they lose all their games. Have to play a play-in. They're gonna win. It's the Lakers. They're gonna win. It's Lakers. It's LeBron. They're talented. They're gonna win. But I want to see them have to shudder. I've got a lot of Laker fans out there in my life that just I want to make them nervous, and I hope the Lakers make them nervous. However, I do believe that they're going to end up in the playoffs, and I'm going to be disappointed as a Kings fan. With that, the last 2 games of their season after today are the Pacers and the Pelicans. I mean, if they lose to the Pacers and the Pelicans, it's going to get real boring. However, the team they're chasing, they are facing Portland, faces the Jazz, the Suns, and the Nuggets. I think actually all 3 are the top 3 teams in the NBA West. I'm looking forward to it. Again, I love being entertained. I don't love the direction that a lot of pro sports are going. It's hard to watch guys flop and scream at refs and cry. And I mean, to be honest, you wonder if they care during the regular season. I know I watched a game the other day where I could have swore that they were just trying to get the other team back into the game, where they were just trying to make it interesting, because the game was pretty much over, and they made it interesting. I think it was a 3-point game going into the last minute. Mind you, it was a 10-point game with 2 minutes. So, I don't know. When more's there to talk about for the NBA, I'll get to it. Another thing, a little near and dear to my heart, just because it bugs me. And I'm sure I'll have rants on this show. Domestic violence in the NFL. I'm not claiming to be perfect. I'm not claiming that I've never made mistakes in life. I have. All of you know me. I've probably yelled at you unwarranted. I've probably done some things I shouldn't be proud of. But it drives me nuts. It drives me absolutely wild that 2021 rolls around and we have all of these nice advances in social justice. We have people standing up and speaking out and trying to do better for their fellow man. I love that. I'm sure most people that know me know that I'm rough to be around, but at the end of the day, I love people. And it drives me nuts that we're in a society that it really doesn't matter. We have a lot of issues in this world, and one of the issues is that we are in a way willing to sacrifice what we care about for entertainment. The fact that we allow, I guess the reason that it pops more in my head is we had the NFL draft maybe a couple weeks ago. Again, not a huge thing, nothing crazy until, I don't know, I think it's maybe the day after the NFL draft was completed. We had a player that was arrested the day before he was drafted for domestic violence. I don't know, just something doesn't sit right with me. And I'd love for me to say, oh, yeah, things are changing. Chad Wheeler was a backup for the Seattle Seahawks this year. I'm sure a lot of people, if you haven't, you can Google the pictures. It's awful. He beat the heck out of I believe it was his wife. It was awful to see. And he at least lost his job, but it kills me that's where we draw the line, is we see a backup get cut. That's where we see the justice. We see, guys that have a higher profile kind of get away with it. See, off the top of my head, I can think of Dez Bryant. I guess he's not really in the NFL, but I mean, at the time that he had his domestic violence run, and he was huge. Santonio Holmes, Ray McDonald, two big prominent players right now, Tyreek Hill and Kareem Hunt. Say what you want, whether or not they were convicted, whether or not anything came of it. It blows my mind that in 2021 we still have this stuff go on. It sucks. I don't know how a lot of you feel about it, but I know it bugs me. I know I can't root for those players. Again, it's not that I wish anything wrong on them. I hope that it was their one mistake. But at the end of the day, I really hope that that was it. I hope it was their one mistake. But at the same time, I mean, action should have consequences. Maybe that's just the old school way I was brought up, but I mean, that's how I feel. Action should have consequences. Losing an endorsement, I mean, there's going to be more endorsements, but you're also getting paid hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. You know, if again, this isn't the first time it happened. I think it was 2018. Caleb Brantley was convicted, not arrested, not suspected. He was convicted of domestic violence 2 weeks before the NFL draft. He's still drafted. I don't know. I'm not saying it's going to stop me from watching the NFL. I won't support any of those people, but it drives me nuts that a guy can get arrested, whether or not he did anything wrong. Which, again, innocent until proven guilty. I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly. Innocent until proven guilty. I shouldn't be so hard on Rashad Weaver. Rashad Weaver, drafted by the Tennessee Titans. I believe it was the 4th round. Again, maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him, but it drives me crazy that we kind of just let it go. I don't know. It's a slow sports season. I don't have a whole lot more to cover today, just because we have professional outlets for that. I will always want to share. Some of these shows will be sports. Some of them will just be me chopping it up with a buddy or family member or whatever. But I do think it's important to have a creative outlet, and that's what I found here today. Again, I just want to knock the first one out. I knew it was going to be a short show today. One thing I want to share. I mean, I'm not saying that this should be something that you make time for. Hey, maybe just like the page, subscribe, share it with your friends if you think they're interested. But if not, but what I want to share is something that my brother Marty shared with me. Basically, I probably not word for word, paraphrasing it. It's if it's important, you'll make time for it. I met Marty back in 2016. I know it's only been 5 years. That the man's family, but those words have stuck with me since, because no matter what it was, he would make time for it. He'd say, hey, if I show up, it's important. And I want you guys to kind of take that away from it, is that if it's important, if this podcast is important, if you want to hear more, but if anything in your life is important, you'll make time for it. Friends, family, events, this silly podcast I'm doing, who knows how long it's going to last. If it's important, you'll make time for it. I think that's all I got for today, guys. I'll be coming at you more with people, with friends, families. I want to share their stories. I've had the privilege of meeting a lot of cool people, and I want to completely. I want them to share. I want them to share why they're at where they're at in their lives and what led to it. And some of them are really cool stories. Some of them you may click off. But what I want to say to you guys is, hey, we'll we'll be there for each other. And yeah. Before I go, I do want to give a shout out to somebody who pushed me into this. I've been on his podcast, and hopefully he continues to allow me onto his podcast. But it's Taj TV, so it's TAIJH TV. Again, I want everybody to be successful out there. So I'm gonna keep promoting him. You can find him on Facebook. You can find him on YouTube. Taj TV. As for me, you can find me at Kyle the Wait on most platforms. I do want to start a mailbag, so once we start getting questions in there, if you feel if you have interest in a subject, if you have questions, if you want to know something, I'll do my best to let you know what I know. The mailbag, Kyle the Wait at Gmail. I appreciate all of you that listened today, and God bless you.